Hey, good kind people, what is going on? A very good early morning to you guys for this Wednesday, early Wednesday morning over here on the East Coast, January 4th, 2023. Lee Sanders with you guys, 411mania.com reporter and columnist. Man, so it went down. It is definitely official. Yo, let me show you. This went down just a few minutes ago. I am talking about the official debut of Sasha Banks, or the woman formerly known as Sasha Banks. She's now known as Mercdes Moné, making her New Japan Pro Wrestling debut at Wrestle Kingdom 17. And I tell you what, if you guys are kind of going, man, who the hell is up at this time in North America actually watching this stuff? There's a decent amount of people actually kicking back, watching all the stuff that's going on right now as we speak. And coming from out of that, there's a few images that's come about right now. You got this official graphic. It looks like that was put up. And if it's not an official graphic, it needs to be. That's pretty freaking badass. And then, of course, we got this nice little image right here. All this pretty much coming from Wrestle Kingdom. Freaking badass. Now, look, I did actually try to upload footage. I did not try to upload the entire match that Kairi Sane had in retaining her championship. I pretty much had picked up right when Mercedes made her debut. Great fucking theme, by the way, and all that. I'm pretty sure you can get that on Spotify and everything. So I got to make sure I listen to that track later and everything, because the track was released on Spotify a couple of days ago and everything. But I actually tried to upload Mercedes New Japan in-ring entrance and all of that, her confronting Kairi Sane, and man, it wasn't even up, I don't even think 5 minutes. And it had got a copyright. It was actually blocked worldwide. And I know there's quite a few other people part of the wrestling community that wanted to share some of the stuff as well. That's why, if you've been kind of noticing, if maybe you've been making your rounds trying to see if you can find some type of live footage, and you are, it's quickly being taken down. And look, I can definitely tell you from past experience, New Japan, they were much harsh in the previous years. I think YouTube content creators, podcast content creators will definitely back me up when I say this. New Japan was much harsher in previous years, because there used to be a time where New Japan, once they had saw that somebody was using some of their footage, I mean, they would hit you with a copyright claim, and then your channel would get in trouble. Now it looks like they're just automatically doing a copyright claim, just pulling the content rather than hitting you with a community strike. Because when they would pull the content, YouTube would also slap you big time and it would be a strike. But now it's just a copyright claim rather than New Japan go right for a copyright strike. So, I mean, at least they've loosened up on their position over the years and everything. But man, it's badass. I love the fact that, look, legit for Sasha Banks fans, I am happy for you guys. There are quite a decent amount of people that's online as we speak that are just throwing it up. A lot of women of all ages, young girls, teenage girls that are excited. You'd be surprised how many women are actually up right now watching this Wrestle Kingdom just so they could see Mercedes Moné doing her thing and everything. So I think that's pretty freaking badass. Of course, as we all know, Sasha Banks, she had officially became a free agent as of January 1st, 2023. And that pretty much meant she could officially go work, appear for whoever. Of course, this has a lot of people wondering, man, is it even possible that maybe as far as the mystery tag partner that Saraya was talking about for the past several weeks now on AEW programming, is it even possible that maybe she was talking about Mercedes Moné? We'll have to wait and see how that pans out, as we're going to be getting the first new AEW Dynamite of 2023 this Wednesday night of January 4th, 2023. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, is it even possible that Mercedes can do what she needs to do? You know, she's already done what she needed to do out there in New Japan. Is it possible she would be able to hit the flight, jet, make it back in time for tonight's Dynamite? I don't know, guys. I don't know. That is really pushing it, is it not? I mean, you would have to essentially successfully make all of your connections. That is, if you have to jump from one plane to another, unless maybe you're getting access to a private jet or something. But then even at that, would you be able to make it in time for, I don't know. I know a lot of wishful thinking people right now are going, yo, it's got to be her. She's got to be the mystery tag partner. I'm not too sure about that, guys. I got to be brutally honest with you guys. I'm really not too sure about that. We'll see what happens. Stranger things have definitely gone down, but she became a free agent as of January 1st, and she's made her New Japan Pro Wrestling debut. Look, for Sasha Banks fans, I'm definitely excited, and I definitely want to hear from you, Sasha Banks fans, especially from those of you that actually are watching the Wrestle Kingdom event. I definitely want to know what you guys thought of the event overall. Has it made you become a fan of New Japan as a result, to the point it's going to have you follow the promotion on a regular basis? I'm most curious what's going on with you guys, because much like what had went down with Chris Jericho and his involvement with New Japan when he first had that matchup against Kenny Omega, a lot of people that had checked out that first bout, they were not fans of New Japan before. There were a decent amount of fans that were not checking out the New Japan product before, and as a result of that, there was a really great conversion of the American fan base regularly checking out New Japan and everything. So I'm very curious if lightning strikes twice once again here in the form of Mercedes Moné and everything. So and also that's out there as we speak. Bailey actually flew out there to support Mercedes. Naomi is out there as well, so getting some really good support. I can't wait to hear what Dax Harwood has to say. Assuming maybe, I don't think we're going to get it on this second episode of his FTR podcast, because that's already been pre-recorded. I think they did that sometime, maybe if not during the weekend, right before. So, but I would imagine perhaps episode 3, which they'll probably sit down and record maybe sometime between now and going into the weekend. I'm very curious what Dax has to say, because I would imagine he's definitely going to be checking out Mercedes New Japan debut and everything. Definitely would love to hear what's going on with them and everything. But just to kind of give you guys some quick footnotes about what all had went down and everything. Basically, Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks, she made her New Japan Pro Wrestling debut confronting Kairi Sane afterwards at a successful title defense did Kari have and everything. And Mercedes had got the full entrance and all. She was dressed for the occasion. I like the nice white robe that she had that she was pushing going out there and everything. It was like this weird Statue of Liberty, yet paying homage to Japan. It was a nice cultural fusion thing that she had going on and everything. But Mercedes, after she made her extravagant debut, she said that she was in the New Japan Pro Wrestling slash Stardom to make history before issuing a challenge to Kari to square off at NJPW's Battle in the Valley on February 18th. Yeah, which Kari's pretty much like, okay, yeah, bring it on. Next thing you know, Sasha Banks, by the looks of it, took a cheap shot at Kari, laid her out, held the championship up high and everything, which explains the image that you guys are seeing on the screen right now. And while Kari is laid out, Mercedes grabs a microphone and she says, in San Jose, I'm going to leave you bankrupt, bitch. You can't make this stuff up. Yeah, she says, in San Jose, I'm gonna leave you bankrupt, bitch. You can bank on that. Mercedes Moné versus Kairi Sane, set for February 18th. Great way for them to debut this woman. I know she has a lot of fans, a lot of fans. This girl has not wrestled since May of last year, when there was a WWE live event that had saw her teaming up with Naomi to defeat the team of Natalya and Shayna Baszler. And as we all know, those girls had shortly walked away from the WWE just a day after that live event, after they had met with Vince McMahon, explaining their frustration about what was going on with the whole creative process in WWE, particularly surrounding what was happening with them at that point as the women's tag champions, and what they hoped was going to happen but has not happened. You know, not so much about them, but just they thought they were going to be in a really great position where the women's division, particularly the tag division, was going to be elevated with them as champions and everything. And pretty much the creative direction, when it's all said and done, that's why they pretty much had rolled out. As many of you all know, they were the reigning tag champions, put the titles down, walked out on the company, and the rest is pretty much history and everything. So talk about a class act that Mercedes did, as she had took to social media to ahead of her Wrestle Kingdom 17 debut and everything. She did take to social media. She thanked Triple H. She thanked Vince McMahon. She thanked the WWE. Loads more people that she had took the time out to thank and everything. So, keeping it classy, doing it classy, the whole 9 yards and everything, man. So, only thing you can say to that is just, that's badass. Me particularly, I'm looking forward to seeing, out of curiosity, and I'm like Wyatt. I'm like Wyatt6 right now, who had posted a comment in the chat. He's like, man, I love how everyone talking about her more than New Japan Pro Wrestling. That says a lot there. Honestly, Wyatt, it's just like when Jericho, I don't know how long you've been listening, but it's just like literally when Jericho had went to New Japan for that very first time, and he did that thing with Kenny Omega. It is literally like that. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with, hey, I'm watching New Japan because I want to see Chris Jericho, and I don't really know who this Kenny Omega dude is, but man, the fact that Jericho is doing something with New Japan,
I gotta see what's going on over here. This sounds like, from all the hype from people I've talked to, this seems like it's going to be the absolute bunker shit. I gotta see what's going on over here. And not only was that match good, but it made a lot of people, particularly in North America, it made a lot of North American fans that otherwise would not check out the New Japan product say, hey, I went in because I wanted to see this. And in the process, I loved this match. I loved what I was seeing over here. I also had enjoyed this. Man, I became a fan. I'm now checking them out on a regular basis. I got a subscription for them and everything. And I was on the air. Longtime listeners remember this. We were on the air when the whole Jericho stuff went down, and just the amount of people that I went in just for Jericho, but man, overall, it was a great card. I love this. And there were a lot of conversions of North American audiences, particularly, that were checking out the New Japan product on a regular basis, to the point that New Japan, not only did they acknowledge the pay-per-view buy rates and all of that, but they also had acknowledged the fact that, yeah, from our North American audience, there was such a significant growth. Yeah, we definitely got to figure out a way to strategize, capitalize on that, build off of that North American audience. And that's particularly one of the main reasons why you've seen New Japan, Stardom, a few other Japanese promotions. When Tony Khan came around, hey, how about, that's why you've been seeing them try to branch out and have some type of a healthy relationship going on with some of the promotions in North America and everything. And now you're seeing WWE under Triple H, Paul Levesque's regime and everything. Now they're trying to do a little something with some of the promotions overseas and everything. So I honestly, I don't look at this as a bad thing, to Wyatt's point. I don't really, and I'm not saying he's looking at it as a bad thing. I'm saying, for the record, I'm saying I don't look at this as a bad thing. If a lot of people put their money down on New Japan just because of Sasha Banks, okay, fine. That's no fucking problem. But I guarantee you, in the process, New Japan has definitely regularly picked up even more fans. And the fact that she is being involved here with the Stardom promotion as well, which honestly, I don't care who you are, but if you truly love all things pro wrestling and you love particularly supporting women's wrestling from any promotion, I don't care, even if you don't watch it, you have to admit that for all of 2022, the Stardom promotion particularly had been picking up a lot of freaking steam. People that normally otherwise, way before Sasha even got involved, Mercdes Varnado, Mercdes Moné, even way before she got involved and you started hearing the rumors and all of that, a lot of people, you got to check out Stardom. Stardom, man. Stardom's the fucking shit. Stardom. So the fact that we got this nice 1-2 punch that's going on right now with Sasha Banks pretty much being at the core of it, I'm all fine for it, especially if it means you reach out to a new audience and everything. I am always excited to see what some of these wrestlers that I've liked from afar, I like some of the stuff that they do in the ring and everything. I'm always excited to see how they operate outside of the WWE big Broadway play, because there is just a nice, I think you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, right? And it's no knock to WWE, but, very theatrical, very dramatic, whereas when you get them down in, say an Impact, or you get them in a New Japan, or you get them insert, you're like, wow, man, I mean, I knew they were kind of good, but damn, I didn't realize they were this damn good. And that's because, you don't have to chop up a whole bunch of stuff. And yeah, we need you to look pretty enough just to do a 3-minute match, basically, right? So this is actually pretty badass what's going on here and everything. But yeah, I definitely welcome what's currently going on right now. And I think many of you guys out there, hopefully you share my same sentiments that this ain't really nothing, man. Like, okay, so what if people are tuning in just because of her? It's a win-win situation for everybody, you know. Look at it no different than some movie. You see the trailer for it, right? And you go, well, I don't care about them. 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 Holy balls, Al Pacino is in this, or oh, Robert De Niro. That's why I'm going. I'm going to see this movie because Robert De Niro's in it, right? Well, anything Robert De Niro is involved in, it's just got to be good, right? And then you walk away from that movie and you go, look, I only saw it because I give a damn about Robert De Niro or Al Pacino. But man, I walked away from it, and in the whole process, you know, I actually liked the supporting cast. I actually became a big fan of XYZ and all of that, right? I could use another analogy, but you guys get the point. No reason to be long-winded about it and everything. So looking forward to seeing what happens with her involved in New Japan Stardom. And I tell you what, if we can get her back to the States and potentially do some look, I mean, it's a fat chance in hell. It's a selfish part of me, but there's a part of me that would love to see her do some stuff with Shine Wrestling. There's definitely some I would love to see her do some stuff with Shimmer whenever Shimmer decides to get back on the saddle again and do some stuff. And I tell you what, just imagine if Tony Khan in the very near future does decide he wants to try to, you know, focus big time on the Ring of Honor women's division and everything, and really try to get that popping and all that. Wow, you talk about a nice cornerstone piece there if you're able to work something out with Mercedes, right? But this is definitely something that we all need to watch, and I definitely am rooting this on because women's wrestling as a whole, it has gotten stronger and better over these handful of years. I'm not just talking about WWE. Kudos to WWE for finally trying to catch up to what some of those promotions I just mentioned, and Shine and Shimmer and Stardom, WSU. Shout out to WWE for finally trying to catch up to, you know, what these great promotions were already doing years prior and everything. That's great and all. But you know, for me, you know, these other promotions, they have just been chipping away for years and years and years. And you know, there's a big part of me as a supporter and a fan of women's wrestling that, you know, would love to see Mercedes just make that tour and just, of course, a lot of factors go into play, right? Money, all that. But there's that selfish part of me as a fan. Oh, I hope she gets to work here. Hope she gets to work there. I'll take what I can get for now. But in the meantime, that is going to do it. I want to know you guys' thoughts that are checking out the Wrestle Kingdom event. Let me know what you guys had thought about the event overall. You can also let me know what you particularly thought about Sasha Banks, Mercedes Varnado's, a.k.a. Mercedes Moné's New Japan debut and all that. Are you hopeful? Are you, or maybe you're just kind of going, I don't know what the big deal is. I don't really think, just a quick cup of coffee. I ain't really tripping over this, right? I want to hear from you guys, so definitely sound off and everything. Again, I wish I could show you guys the actual video footage. I did try. For those of you that's just now trickling in and everything, I did originally upload the footage of her debut and everything, confronting Kairi Sane, and the damn thing wasn't up 5 minutes, and New Japan hit us with a copyright, which is great. That's better. A copyright claim, better than a copyright strike. Because a copyright strike, woo. But a copyright claim, that just means, nope, we're pulling that. We're blocking that worldwide. And that's a big problem that a lot of folks are having right now. Now, I will tell you guys this, and I'm actually on the Facebook page right now just to see, but I did happen to upload it to upload it all on Facebook, and it looks like New Japan isn't doing anything so far in regards to Facebook. So if you guys want to see how it all had panned out on Facebook, facebook.com/the RCWR show. Not a cheap plug. I'm just letting you know the way it's looking right now. New Japan's not bothering us on Facebook. So if you want to see the footage for yourself, you guys are definitely able to do that. I'll actually try to upload the footage onto Twitter as well. It should be available on Twitter in about 3 minutes tops, because it doesn't take me that long to upload. It's like a 3-minute clip, so it's not going to take me that long to upload to Twitter as well at the RCWR show for both of those. And hey, man, if it's your first time, welcome. Hopefully, if you haven't done it already, definitely hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content that comes your way here on a weekly basis. We do multiple shows a week. I'll be back live again with you all Wednesday night, January 4th, 2023, after AEW Dynamite goes off the air. We'll talk a lot more about New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom 17 Fallout, talk about the first Dynamite for 2023, some wrestling news, the very latest on Bills, Damar Hamlin, and loads more. So definitely make sure you join us for that. That'll be at 10 p.m. Eastern after AEW Dynamite goes off the air. Until next go round, wishing all of y'all to be safe and most importantly, be kind to one another. A very good morning to you guys once again. Thank you guys that had tuned in live. We're showing some love, stopping by, leaving some comments, dropping a like, things of that nature. Everybody else is going to be checking this out for on demand. Appreciate you guys that made it up to this point. And we'll do this again for you guys in a handful of hours. Take care, y'all. Peace.